Hello, Kachi student. This is your virtual teacher, Teacher Yu here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do Danbo from Yotsuba. Okay, so first thing you want to do when doing any of the project is first get enough reference. Yes, get all the reference you can find first. Alright, for this tutorial, I'm not going to be bothering so much about the measurements, so I'm going to just delete everything in the scene first. AX, delete everything, and then if it's possible to look for a reference from front view, make sure to press 1 for front view first on your number pad. Go get the drawing, go get the art, once you got it up like this, fantastic. So we got a front view. Normally I would adjust a little bit over here, so the sizing and all, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to change the depth to front and then opacity to around 0.3, somewhere around this. So one of the main thing about Danbo, I think, is that it is a empty casing on the inside. So first thing first, let's get a cube. Right, tap into edit mode. Alright, and then I'm just gonna adjust it really quickly. This is super easy to make. If you got like a side view, that would be even better. I'm gonna just eyeball it. So here we go. Beautiful. So how do we create, like, if I wanted to just have a casing? You have a few ways to go about it. One way, of course, we could select the bottom part over here, this face. Press I, inset it. Front view, you can go into X-ray mode, whichever button you use this. Default is alternate Z. And then just drag it upwards. This is one way of doing it. Then you got like a casing for it. But let's say you're doing a much more complicated shape than this, like not just a square, and you want a little bit more ability to go around it. You could delete one of the face that you want it to be open at. If you don't want it to be open, you can also use this way. Alright, go back out into object mode now. I'm gonna just exit my isolation. Alright, go to modifier. Now once you're in modifier, what you want to do is add modifier. Go look for something called solidify. Yes, that's right. Go look for something called solidify. So under generate, go look for something called solidify. Because I'm really using a really huge size. If you see this type of clipping, do not be afraid, okay? Press N, open this up, go to view. Decrease where the clips start and then close it back up. So you don't need to be afraid of it. So let's say I want it to be a little bit thicker, so you can adjust over here. So do you see it? Yeah, this is another way you can use to make all the casing. Okay? So let's say I want it to be a little bit thicker. Alright, so we got everything. We got the head. Very simple, very simple. Alright, now let's do the body. I'm not going to be bothering too much about the mechanism for this one. I just want the whole thing to come out beautiful. Edit mode. Just scale it. Well, it's not central, so I'm going to just adjust. Alright, something like this. Maybe this is going to be a cube. So let's say I want this part all to have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a loop over here. Okay, once you created the loop, now the thing is we want this to have like the little flap that you see. Oh, going sideways, I noticed that it's too thick. So I'm going to just decrease it. This direction is all. This is really just agak-agak, okay? Alright, first thing first, select all, scale it down. I think Danbo is probably not going to be that thick, right? Maybe somewhere around here, and then the body can be even a little bit smaller. So around here, so good. Alright, so now the thing is we want it to flap. One of the way is we can press V and then it will automatically separate them. So we separate it, we separate it, we right click. So we got those, and then now we just need to drag it out. Make sure you drag it out onto the correct axis. So G, this direction is Y for me. The other direction is X, G, X. Let's go. So very easy, very easy. Alright, we got the flap open. And then now for the top part. The top part, I don't think it have any, what do you call this? Any surface at the top. So I'm going to just delete the face over there. So I think I'm done. Alright, I'm done. Alright, now let's add the modifier, generator, solidify. So exactly the same method. But this one, I'm going gonna give it the same thickness as well. Yeah, nice thing about using a modifier is that you can adjust it later on. So now let's add this little button over here. Very simple. So I'm gonna just use a cylinder, turn it around by 90 degrees, go back to the front, scale it down, bring it up to the front. Alright. That is pretty simple. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger than how it looks like though. Yeah, done. Alright, so we got that done. Now for the legs. The legs I think is pretty much simple because the Danbo is actually a cardboard box where the character wears. So this is why it looks like that. Okay, so let's say you want to make it so that someone can wear it. That's totally possible. I'm gonna just add the mirror modifier for this. So we got like two sides of it. Alright, we're gonna do two sides straight away. I'm gonna make it straight first so it's easier to adjust. So I'm gonna do a agak-agak first. Approximate of the arm. So you would see that over here you actually have a joint, so it's square, perfect, beautiful. Alright, so I'm gonna just open up the top part over here. And I'm just gonna add the solidify. And I'm gonna just thicken it. Alright. This one really depends on your sizing, so please adjust accordingly. Alright, so for over here, it actually have a little knob over there. It actually have a hole so that the hand can come out. So let me think, how would I do it? I'm gonna just do another cube over there. Very simple. Yeah. Cube is a 3D modeler's best friend. I have to say. Alright, so I'm gonna just make sure that they are the same size. I should use the same cube. It would have been easier. Alright. Okay. So I want it to be around the same size, probably a little bit smaller. Maybe somewhere around here so the arm can fit. Well, the imaginary arm can fit. Okay, so now the thing is how to get it to shape. So I want to make sure it's at the correct spot. I'm also going to use it to cut a hole maybe. So for this one, because I want it to really have a hole so that the hand can go through, I'm going to just delete this part. Alright. Then I'm going to give it the solidify. Maybe a little bit thinner for this. Get back to the front. Alright, now I'm going to just adjust the shape of it. I think that is pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Alright, so I adjusted it a little bit. I created an extra loop and deleted the bottom surface as well. So I got that little knob that I wanted over here. Might be a little bit too short, so let's increase the length. Alright, that's pretty much it. Good. Alright, so now just left with the legs. Alright, I think the legs you should be able to do it really easily. So no problem, right? Okay, so as usual, okay, so we are done with the leg. Now we just need the arm to be attached, and I think we're pretty much good. Alright, I'm gonna just duplicate an extra arm and call it arm spare. Alright, I'm gonna hide that, and then only I will rotate this one. Okay, I thought I was done, but actually I was not. Alright, now, so how do we create the hole over here? So you might be wondering. Very easy. So we're gonna use another tool called Boolean. You can also use this tool set to create holes, or even like for this, the shell casing of it. So you can use that method as well. So what does Boolean do? Boolean basically you use other shape to cut out other shapes. So like for example, I'm gonna use this cylinder to cut the eyes out. Let me just bring it to the front a little bit. Alright. So make sure you only go through the part where you want it to go through. I'm always editing in edit mode just because it's a little bit safer like that. I'm gonna bring it, make sure it overlaps with the part that you want to cut. Alright, I'm gonna add one more mirror so that it goes over to the other side as well. Now I'm gonna create I'm gonna use a cube for the mouth. You might be wondering, Teacher Yui, why are you using the cube? So, very simple Kachitachi. It's because it's a little bit easier for me. Yeah, I could use a plane as well, or maybe a cylinder. Yeah, we could use a cylinder as well. It's all about your creativity in 3D modeling, guys. Alright, so we got it. I normally don't like to have it completely in because it's just a little bit too sharp. Alright, so let's bring it over. Just make sure it overlaps with only the spot that you want cut. Alright, so we got the cutting tool. So let's select on what is going to be cut. At modifier, go look for Boolean. So once you got Boolean, take the eyedropper. Take the item you want to use to cut, and then ta-da! So that's how you can cut holes. So let's do another one. Boolean. Of course, you can also use the other add-ons. Maybe I'll share with y'all one day. Alright, that is done. So we got a really cute, simple Danbo. Alright, before we end, let's give it a little bit of simple color. So I'm going to just select any one of it. I'm going to go to material right over here. I'm going to give it a new material. So click new. I'm only at the material viewport, okay? I'm on the material viewport. Oh, I gotta say, Blender 4.2, the shading looks a lot better in comparison. Alright, let's give it the color. I think it should be in brown color. What color is it? Okay, one of the way we could is, if we want to eyedropper it, we could choose here to be a image viewport, image editor, okay. And then let's have our Danbo. Yeah, we got the Danbo over there. Then we can use the eyedropper. Click here, you get the eyedropper. So we got the color. So everything is the same color. So let's select everything. The last selection should be the color you want. Control L and then link material. There you have it. Okay, maybe you should have something black for the eyes. This all will look a lot better. I feel like it's a little bit dark. We could lighten it a little bit. Yeah. So let's say you want just a simple black color behind the head. What we could do is just add a simple plane over there. Alright, just add a simple plane, give it the material black color, and you're done! You're done with your simple Danbo. Congratulations! I'll see you next tutorial. Bye bye!